down, folks. Billy Big Balls here. Episode 34. 1 year's birthday anniversary show. So we pulled out all the stops for this one. We got the best DJ from the 90s. Probably still the best DJ to the day. Mr. DJ Pressure.
Greetings. Good
How
evening.
we doing, Rob? All good, yeah?
All good in the hood as we got. Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah.
So,
and happy birthday to you and
thanks very
all
much.
all the colleagues there.
Nice one.
Happy birthday, Frankie.
Happy birthday, Bill.
1 year old. Who would have thought it, you know? I thought we would have only got one episode.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Somebody likes us. I don't know who, but if you want to sponsor us, give us a bell.
Yeah.
We'll put your name all over the show. So there we go. Maybe you can sponsor us, Rob.
I have to get paid first.
Yeah.
No, I think I'll pass on it.
I thought like DJs, you know, were on like 10 grand by this stage, you know what I mean?
Especially legendary ones.
Yeah, you know, I thought someone of your calibre would be on this type of money, you know?
I wish.
Yeah.
It should be.
Should be, yeah. Anybody wants to hire Rob, 10 grand an hour.
Yeah.
But DJs nowadays, like, they think they're bleeding superstars, you know what I mean?
They always have.
Yeah, well, I suppose, but see, you know, like now, you see, there's no mixing on any of that shit, you know?
It's all done on
It's all done on fucking, like, someone that bringing a USB to the, I did me mix this morning in my bedroom. Yeah, that's great, you know, no one fucking saying it. AI are probably doing it now,
exactly,
you know?
Yeah. That's it.
So, Rob, what's the crack? What's your story? Where you originally from, and how did you get into all the music, into the DJing and all that?
Right. When you say originally, hello.
So you can start whatever.
Yeah, but
you can answer whatever question there you want.
There's so many. I've forgotten them already. They're so good.
They're coming so quick.
Well, I'm from D4, beside you. I'm from the Ringsend area, as you know. Near neighbour of yours. So I became what is called the accidental DJ. I didn't want to be a DJ.
Right.
I just I got into dance music. I was on a holiday in London. See a guy I went to school with. He was living over there, working over there. But he took me to my first rave. That would be about 1991, I'd say. Yeah, because around the time of the Manchester, you know, like Stone Roses, Happy Mondays and all this. James and Inspired Carpets, people like that. And that type, and dancing was like a legal rave were happening around English countryside at the time. But we made probably to a club in London, it's off Oxford Street, called on Tottenham Court Road, called The Astoria. And
it's famous, isn't it? Yeah.
It's actually knocked down now. It's part of the motorway running right through that road now.
Yeah.
But but he brought me there. Orange were running the nights at the time. He brought me there. I'd never seen anything like it in my life, you know.
Yeah.
But I was hooked. I just went into like, wow, you know, it's unbelievable. Like from the crowd, the music, the MC, and all the lights. You know what I mean? It was an experience.
All the locals and all, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was especially. Back then in Ireland or Dublin, it was in black and white. It was run by the Catholic Church and things like that. I know people find it hard to believe, but it was like that. Yeah. But anyway, I sort of had the dance music buzz at the time, a bug. So my friend used to send me over tapes recorded off the radio, Kiss FM, Paul Jackson or Steve Jackson. He used to do a famous top 10 dance thing. Like that was about 1991. So he used to send me over like cassette of the radio, maybe once every 6 months, and like that's how I got to know tunes. But I loved the stuff, you know. One day I just happened to be walking through, you know, with the Abbey Mall. The old Abbey Mall, it's changed now, but in the old Abbey Mall, I was just walking through. There was music playing in the background, and I heard the song. That's one of the songs I heard when I was over in London. So where's it? I went over to a little record shop there called Abbey Disc. At the time, they actually had they had another shop out in Northside Shopping Centre as well at the time. I didn't know that. But anyway, I went over, got chatting to the guy behind the counter, saying, "What's that song? Is it for sale?" And I only had a $5 in my pocket to last me a week. And I spent it just to get the record.
Just to get the record,
I was hooked, I couldn't leave without it, you know. But so that was the port of call. We start going in there maybe once a week to hear new dance stuff and that. But that was stuff we heard in England that started coming through at the time. But that's how I got the bug for it. And I sort of got chatting to a lot of people who were in the beginnings of the dance scene in Dublin at the time. Like, in Abbey dance discs was the spot to go, you know.
Yeah, everyone went in on a Saturday, didn't they?
And we would have been quite a minority at the time. Like dance, you see, dance music's everywhere nowadays, but back then, like, I mean, we would have been like,
it was like
weirdos, you know.
You
might have been listening to punk, like, you know. It was a small community built around it, you know. I got a bad rap in the press. You know, all these crazy drug fields, parties and things like that. Be up all night dancing and all this, where they were used to, like, you know, 2 o'clock, everyone stand up for the national anthem, and then go home, like, you know. I met a few people, made a few contacts around that stage during that time. I didn't want to be a DJ, just like collecting records. I used to have a stereo at home. I used to play the records on the vinyl, record them on my own cassette, just for my own compilations of stuff I had on vinyl that I liked, you know. But one day, a friend of mine said, the set of decks there, a mate of mine got some, he said, you interested in the type of thing? I was like, well, he gave me a lend of these decks, set up, but I didn't know how to use them or anything, but the bug was there, you know. I wanted to find out how, like,
how you can mix.
Yeah, how to, and actually, it's true, I met, we're going way back, Dave Moore, the Banana Boys, the original.
I remember them.
The original Banana Boys.
Jesus, that's a fucking long time ago.
Dave McDonald and what was his name? The other guy. He'll come back to me. He's gone to my head. They were the original Banana Boys, but the guy who wasn't Dave McDonald, the other guy, he was good friends with Dave Moore. Ever heard that name, Dave Moore? But they were real connoisseurs of techno back in the day. You know, they were real serious. They knew what they were doing. Everything. I had a great record collection, you know, that they didn't have. You know, so like, they used to look coming down to my house, and Dave used to go on with my records and just play away. You know, I just wanted to learn how, like, what to do, what they were doing, and like, you know, standing up there, sort of thing. But just say, listen, can you hear the Davey mixing? Like, and I was listening to the headphones, and like, I just couldn't fucking hear it. Like, and I had a good ear for music. I've been listening to music all my life. So just remember one day I used to trying for, you know, months and months and stuff. Couldn't get it. I remember one day I actually remember 2 records on at the time where I actually tried to mix, and like, it was terrible, but I knew what was wrong. That was the difference. I had the third eye. It's gone the third eye. It's just exactly. So I knew what I had to do to rectify it. Not saying I could do it straight away, but I was, at least at last, I was on the ladder, if you like, pointing in the right direction, you know. So it's just really practicing my own ideas about. So I used to go to rave, but I never danced around like that because I couldn't dance, obviously. But so I used to spend a lot of time thinking about the music and like just visualising my own ideas of how I'd like to present. You know, like my music, my choice of tunes. Like anybody can say I hate that tune or I hate that tune, but like if somebody's just doing something right, it's either right or it's wrong. Whether you like the tune or not, you know, it's just regards. That's just a personal choice, you know. So I said, like, I can't please everybody. I just got to play the tunes I like. They like it. I think that's sort of where I sort of started making a name for myself, you know. So I had my own sort of view on things. My own ideas. And like, I was very good. I gave a shit all the time,
How long did it take you to figure it out? Remember you're saying that?
Well, from the first time, I actually had done 1 or 2 private sort of parties, 21st and stuff, right at the very beginning before I played it professionally or anything like that. But I would have done, like, if there was strings or something at the end of a song, like that, I'd have strings or someone talking from another song at the beginning of that song, and they just fade them in and out.
You didn't need the beat mix.
Exactly. Sorry, you couldn't make it, but you know, a shite song mixed well is still a shite song. Like, and vice versa. A great song mixed badly sounds awful, you know. So I never took chances and all. Actually, I remember I did a gig in one of the early gigs in the Mansion House. I was only warm up at the time. It wasn't even DJ Pressure. My name was Rob E at the time. You know.
I remember Rob E.
You were there,
Yeah, we were there.
The Eve of the Eve. It's the Thursday of December. That's right. We were already booked out for another rave for somebody else. But like Fabio and Groove Rider. Fabio was headliner. You think about it, crazy.
It's fucking mental, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy. I remember.
Like the Prodigy and all, you know, coming out.
Prodigy in McGonagall as well.
Yeah, McGonagall's,
that was 91, wasn't it?
SL2.
SL2, yeah.
One Sunday had Prodigy the following Sunday.
Yeah.
So I played at both of them. That guy. Yeah. They're actually Cyclone's own gigs.
Cyclone, that's right, yeah.
So I got sort of involved with, I'll go back a bit. I was just collecting records in the Abbey Mall, blah, 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 and all this. And one day, this guy who I knew, Billy Scully, you know,
Billy Scully, yeah.
So I would have known just through seeing my size and things like that, you know. He's very say rave. It's better if you ever. It was the only one. There was nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think Judgery Beans, there might have been a dance thing on before. It would have been on the commercial side, glam type of side. Size was all there was.
The Olympic, isn't it?
The Olympic came in after.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there was a few one-off parties. I think Mark got involved. Mark Havener, obviously, but. Size was like, it was like, brutal in there, I'm going over there, because there was nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it was only there,
So that's how I knew Billy. Had seen him at that, chatting to him at that, or in Abbey Discs and things like that. And one day he was in there, he was saying, asked me, is he interested in playing at a guy's 21st party? You know, I was like, no, I hadn't been. He said, it's on Friday night out in Donaghmede Sports and Leisure Centre. I always remember, But I said, well, it's the 24th, so all his relatives are going to be there, the grannies and all this. He goes, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a normal party up until 11 o'clock and all the granny, all the old ones. The minute they're gone, then they go full on rave, you know. They have to be on crazy dance.
Whistle on.
Big time, pure Muppet stuff. But anyway, I was like, okay, I was just, like, I was a bomb warrior back then, I still am. But anyway, so I mean, first ever gig, I remember the first song I played and everything. Digital Boy or somebody like that made it, I think.
Right.
That's way back. But, and then I played of course, I remember, but who's the bad man, do you know that? That's like the Prodigy song.
Right, okay.
Come with me, you know that song, Come with
me.
Just a line or something, builds the bass line, builds up. I played that sort of from the line roaring at the beginning too. It's great tunes.
But that's how we used to go into Abbey Discs and ask for a song, wasn't it? You go, do you know this song?
You know it's a
So he asked Billy, said, you get paid 50 quid for playing
50 quid,
or something like that.
Was a lot of money back then,
So then the problem was, we had tickets for a gig in the Mansion House on the same night.
Right.
So we decided that I would do the 21st, play 21st, that was the first gig in front of a crowd and everything. But I do that, and when it was over, then I get a taxi back straight to the Mansion House. So that all went well. The party, all great. Everyone had a good time. But I got a taxi then back to the Mansion House. But I had my box of records with me because of that. You know these old files, like thing for holding office files, folded down at the front and all like that, rather than a proper, metallic metal button. I was one of them, but when I was checking my coat in the cloakroom, I left in my records beside it. But a guy came over, he was behind the counter or whatever, he said to me, he said, so you DJ and all these, I'm Marcus, I'm running the gigs in here tonight, it was Cyclone's on. So, he said, I run this on. I wasn't touting for work or anything like that whatsoever. He said, I have any tapes, I'll have a listen. I had a tape with me of just stuff I taped. I wasn't really mad at thinking about mixing or anything like that at the time. Just as tidy as possibly could. I gave him the cassette, and I think he just wrote my phone number on it. Just before mobile phones, by the way. It's a house number here. But about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks later, the phone call, this guy come, all right, man.
It's a prank call.
And he started quoting the song from one of the songs. It was a song called 50,000 hardcore members. He used to go, 20,000 hardcore members, like a crowd behind. 30,000 hardcore. Real cheesy, real Stone Age stuff now, But people have remembered it, But we started quoting me that, what's this? So So eventually he goes, "Oh, it's me, man, it's me." Well, who, man?
It was me.
Yeah. So, but he's Marcus from Sleeping On. He said, "He would really like to listen to a few of the lads. I think they were on a session or something like that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "We'll just listen to the tape there, you know, like this is just like."
Yeah.
So we had a great idea. Stick on the tape in just like, you know, we should ring.
Yeah, we get him on the phone. Yeah.
We
start quoting him this.
50, yeah. A bit more, yeah. But yeah, you said, it was interesting getting you down for the gig, the next one in the mountain, whatever it was. But yeah, that was the mountain house I did for him, and after that. But I became very friendly with him. I was actually involved then in the next Mountain House gigs, the ones in McGonagall's and that. So I played on both nights as well, one Sunday and the following Sunday, but the Prodigy and all that.
The Prodigy and McGonagall's.
They were only in their infancy, really.
Yeah, it was everybody in the place was just I knew at the time, you know. Charlie, but that was the next single. Everybody in the place was the first single. The fourth and what evil looks in the heart of man. This on XL Records, But then Charlie came out as well. I remember. I don't know, it was like Fabio was there. Somebody in the Mansion House played it at the time, you know, because we all knew about it. It was real, like, thinking back about it, very cheesy, you know. Mad cheesy, you know.
Big time. Fucking big Charlie, it was a real.
Like the Cure doing the Love Cats or something like that. It's not quirky, it's shite, like shite. End off no matter who made it, you know.
I think that he said some years ago.
Everybody in the place, the Fairground remix or something like that. That's right. That was like the third single, but like that's how they threw them back in. So I put the Charlie thing. But like the crowd loved it, you know. But
absolutely.
People like you think back to it, like, what would we think of, man? You know?
The size of the place, like.
I know that. I remember,
it was fucking,
like, we had for the Prodigy, we were about 150 people, or 100, you know, like, but I think that they were charging like 500 quid or something like that for the whole band, like, you know what I mean? For all of them, you know.
And they played them with the Banana Boys in the Point in '92.
That was the gig at I wasn't involved in that.
Heaven on Earth or something was that?
No, I was at Heaven on Earth.
Heaven on Earth.
But there was Heaven on Earth. There was the same people, like cyclones on, but there was.
That was around the flyer. It was like two hands.
That's right. Big poster on.
Big poster. I had that in water for years. Everyone had it, didn't he?
Heaven on Earth.
Says I might get a big tattoo of that actually.
Mickey Finn was at that, wasn't he?
Yeah, Mickey Finn.
Mickey Finn,
he's dead, and
they're all making. They're all
Rebel
making.
MC,
the Rebel MC, Cook.
DJ Neck and all that. Lights out for this, the chanters on. Whole two goes there.
We weren't used to it, you know.
We weren't used to that kind of stuff,
but Mickey Finn, like, especially, like, talk about heroes and stuff, like around that time, like, I mean, just remember they were live at Castle Donington.
The tapes and all.
The tape that came through, like, you know, from
Top Buzz and fucking all that.
It was always a Mickey Finn one, wasn't it?
Mickey Finn was always the one you went to.
And the last song he played was the other side was it was like faded away, and it goes into the darkness of the night or something like that. It was brilliant, that tape.
I only seen an interview with Mickey Finn there the other day. I think they're doing like a podcast.
I
think I've seen fucking what's his name, Goldie
has
and DJ Hype and all.
Hype and all. You know, I'd love to go now.
Whose phone is that? It's yours, Rob. It's over there. Where were we?
It's Heaven on Earth.
Heaven on Earth.
You're talking about, you were saying Goldie was
Goldie and all you have, Groove Rider,
has all the, that's what we're saying to Rob Airdale, started his own podcast, you know what I mean? Again, all the old school Dublin DJs. But that's all we had back in the day, was all their sounds. We didn't even know.
Groove Rider, fucking Ratty, Tango, fucking. Ratty I thought Ratty was a great DJ.
He was.
I used to live in Leamington Spa, and I think he was from Leamington Spa, Ratty.
Was he?
Yeah. But I remember going over there years ago and getting a fucking, I got it for Pullo, fucking 2 bad mice.
Oh yeah, hold it down.
Yeah.
Bomb scare.
Bomb scare, yeah.
That's the start of our podcast.
That's the start of our podcast, the tune, yeah. We took it off and we put something else on and Rego made it an official complaint. He wanted bomb scare back, so we gave it back to him.
Legally obliged to.
Yeah, you know. Well, it is Andrew Redmond, like, come on, you know what I mean? It's not just any Rego, you know? It's the Rego. But yeah, so getting back to the DJing,
Yeah, so basically he rang me and said to me, like, yeah, it'd be interesting, you want doing a warm up, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so, what I say, we did one at the Eve of the Eve in, that was the Mansion House with Fabio and all,
Yeah, that was fucking... I remember being in there, right, and you know the way everyone's fucking buying water or whatever, they were selling tea.
Yeah, I remember, I can see the picture now.
Yeah.
It was actually Marcus' mother was behind it.
Behind the oak, yeah.
You know, like thousands of people, you know.
Like, mate, when the tea, and I was saying tea, and they were like, yeah, it makes you come up on the oaks quicker and all.
That's what I said, like, someone's done a cartoon of, like, you know, tea steaming, like, it's the same rather, and I go, a cup of tea at 25 pence or something.
Yeah.
Helps you come up faster.
Yeah.
He wrote it on the oak, you know.
Everybody was over getting the tea, drinking tea.
Sweating out on it, you know, a bit hard,
Was that alternate or shades of rhythm?
No, we did alternate as well, and I said shades of rhythm as well.
Yeah. Alternate were bleeding great, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
They're still going, aren't they?
Oh, no, yeah. So we had them in the Cyclones on, and we had Tivoli, you know.
Yeah.
That was District A. We had a alternate.
Right.
Doing a live PA and Mark Archer. He's here. DJing then as well, you know. Like, and with Youth Half Saints and all that. You know.
We used to have a clip on the fuck. We used to go back to Agiscaff after the Olympic and we'd be watching the Hitman and Ho.
It
was the Carl Cox.
Yeah, Carl Cox,
and Alternate were on it as well,
DJ Fantasy as well.
Fantasy, yeah. But the Carl Cox one.
Yeah.
You know that tune?
Oh yeah.
Fucking I always
Bizarre Inc. Flaming Knives.
That's it, yeah. Flaming Knives, yeah. But we used to be back in Agiscaff watching
Carl Cox playing that. I know he's doing a tour with the Prodigy.
Oh, with the Prodigy, yeah.
Played the Point, I think.
That's right, a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
But you know, he'd be doing a vinyl sort of an old school type of vibe over for his set on the tour. But anytime I ever see clips of him, like what he's done a remix of an old tune, you know, like just to make it something a bit special occasion for the tour. But Bizarre Inc. was one that he played. They showed him playing it live. It just reminded me how much I hate that song, like the piano break.
Yeah, right.
It does me head in, man.
Like
the best bit is like, you know, go right.
Yeah.
It's deadly and all, like, you know.
That's a bit,
that's the bit I don't like, you know.
Yeah.
Just like listening back to some tunes, I go, what in the name of God was I thinking? You know? And even like what are some people thinking, like, like of all the songs out there, like, I mean, if you had the choice of anything you wanted, you know what I mean? It's like the Cox, like a huge collection and all that.
To come back with that?
I think it was the other one that came up. No, it wasn't. Not now, man. That's a good tune there. There's another piano thing from around that time, like, blew my head in as well. But he was playing that as well, you know. C.C. Pennison or something, you know.
Right,
You know, that But anyway, with that Crystal Waters as well, you know, I hate the Gypsy Woman thing.
Oh, right, Well, some of them, when you listen back and you think,
that's what I'm saying,
what were you thinking now?
Yeah.
But so where did the name DJ Prio? Because you were Robbie, wasn't you?
It was Robbie dash E. How cheesy was that? But different world, different time.
We all had that tape, Robbie.
Robbie. Everybody. One of the great ones. There's two of them actually.
I think everybody in Rings End had it. Everyone in Dublin fucking probably had it, you know.
Yeah. Well, because actually when I changed the name, because I went back and done a new master copy of the
copies
same, the green one and the other one with DJ Pressure. But basically what happened was, like, I was doing the odd, like, there wasn't like loads of clubs and all this thing. And I didn't have a clue what was going on, you know. So I knew what I liked tunes wise, you know. Like, I was definitely a vinyl addict. But like I wasn't trying to be, didn't want to be a DJ. Like I was quite shy.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, you know, I loved the music, I always have, but just didn't want like being on the spot. Like, exactly, yeah. So, but anyway, then I was in town one night and I bumped into a fella. He goes, "Oh, Robbie, how's it going?" But it turned out he's, I knew him. He was a friend of another friend of mine, Paul. I knew Paul Farrell.
Right.
He said, he said, "You know, here with me and Paul taking over, looking after a club down." And now it used to be the Mangoes or something, was it? What was it called before? Was it not? It was Mangoes. The South more like yeah. Used to be like a normal sort of venue. I actually was there like when it was a normal. And I was normal as well. But anyway. So he said, "We're taking over this, we're going to be playing dance music in and all." He said, like, "Call in, Paul's down there and all." He said, "It's just down to sort of the rumours or whatever." He said, "Call in." He said, "Paul's down there, he's up to see you." And so we were walking by and went in, so like, it was like, I don't know, it was going to the bells of hell, man. You know, Dante's Inferno, you know. Give up all hope, anyone who went to the club. But it was, we went down the stairs, went in to see it, and I think there was about 4 people there. You know, like paying customers, you know, like, and music was mad loud, but it was all hardcore, it was too fast, it was all just too noisy, it was too manic, there was just chaos, like, you know, like, you put you on a madman, you know. So my mate Paul, I got chatting to him, and he was saying, "This is our place, what do you think of that?" And I said, the music is a bit fat, but anyway, so he came back to my house with me afterwards. I was just sitting up having smoke, playing a few records to him. You know, when he was saying, he said, "I like that music." I used to have a small collection of house and trance. It was mostly breakbeat at the time, you know. But if I heard the odd thing in the record shop that I liked, you know, like,
you take it,
I just take it like to have for myself, you know. And but I played them sort of some of that stuff, not mixed it or anything like that. Just played them, you know. So that's deadly music. I'd like to hear that in the club and all this sort of thing. Would you come in and play that? He asked me then. I said, "I don't really want it." You know, I put him off for age. He kept asking me for a few weeks, and then eventually I said, "Yeah, I could do it." You know. So he said, "Come in, start off the night from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then Warren Kay, and then Dilly, who I didn't know at the time, but he started working in a record shop around the corner, Tag Records."
Right,
just around the corner from the Asylum there, Tag Records from the UK. They had opened a branch up where, you know, Tag Records means, you know, that's got the core passion. Take Tag and she got the words, got the core record, you know. That's where it came from. They made that. But anyway, so I came in to play and I played and like it went very well, like, you know, like I was real concentrated, just on exactly getting it right. I played, it was, pretty much as perfect. We recorded that set as well. It's you know, if you have a video with the cover with the head coming out of the, you know, that type of thing. That was the first. That was that nice, you know what I mean? It was recorded. So it went very well. And he said, I couldn't believe I was getting paid. Like I got handed like €150 punt at the time. Punt.
Get that punch into you.
So then, like, I had to plan ahead for the following. He said, "Come in the following week and do it at the same time." So I did that for a few weeks. It was going really well, like, you know. And you could see the crowds getting bigger and bigger. A lot of people that start coming in after the Olympic closed. You know, 2 o'clock or half 2, whatever. So a lot of people headed into town and still up for a party, you know, where we go. The club, dance club here open until 8, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning type of thing. So that's where we got that burst the crowd from, you know, and built up our own reputation for the music and stuff. But that would have been around 93 or 4, something like that at the time. One night, she said the running order was always I just do the first hour, you know, which suited me because I didn't have as much pressure on me to deliver the goods, so to speak. But so I was called DJ Robbie at the time, But I used to sell these mixtapes, breakbeats and hardcore stuff. My first love, you know, I still love it. But I used to do these tapes. I'd seen from cassettes that I got from the UK myself.
Yeah.
That like they tended to have a name like a series, like like it could be called Billy Balls 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
But like it's just thinking like I just thought I'd call them Breakbeat Pressure Part 1, 2, 3, So I had started selling them in Music Power and Abbey Disc as well at the time.
Oh yeah.
And the Breakbeat Pressure, like, but they sold really well, like like we've been started off with like 3 and then like by the following week in order for 10.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you can get another 50 of them. And during the week, come in another 20 and all this. Took me whole life.
Making tapes,
cutting out covers and taping them.
Yeah.
I got 4 double twin-headed cassette going in the bedroom all the time, constantly
recording,
So, so that one night he said to me, why did you call yourself, Breakbeat Pressure, Robbie, call yourself Pressure instead, we just call it DJ Pressure. And I was like, I don't give a shit. So whatever, So I said, it was a good idea when you think about it, marketing it. That's where House Pressure came from. House Pressure 1 instead of Breakbeat Pressure was House Pressure 1, I think. But as the longer I was there in the Asylum, like I used to be watching Dilly and all, because Dilly had great access to records up in Belfast, Banbridge, where you're from at the time. But so every week I used to look forward to him playing. I hear great music, so more and more got into it. Like some of the tunes, the IQ label, Brainchild, Mirage, things like that, Cafe Del Mar, and all these things. But but Dilly always used to say, I would hear something say, that's deadly, what's that? Usually I said New York, but he'd either sell it or give me. Every week I'd always get like a few off me, So I suppose it had a big influence on me, the exposure to other stuff.
Other records.
And first and things like that, So I owe a lot of thanks to Dilly for that. So we had obviously started having what happened one night. Dilly was late getting down. He couldn't do his set. He was meant to be on last. I'd already played and Warren was on. He was running out records and Paul, the manager, said to me, I would have been a lot more confident then than I had been. He said, "Do you fancy going on and finishing the night?" So I'm stuck here. So I was like, fuck's sake, I want to do my set. I haven't got that many records. I was only new to the whole trance and house thing, But so he said, So I went on then, and just the first tune I played, so I flipped it for me, and a really disaster of a night. First time ever, But everyone was full on into it. But I played really well, and so the following week I was on and last again, I just became sort of the norm,
Mad how things, isn't it?
Sliding doors moment too, so to speak. So it became a big thing. I started selling I used to sell about 200 or 300 cassettes at the end of the night, in the Asylum. Of queues of people waiting
to get, I remember, waiting to get signed and thing.
But then I got asked, we decided to do a Cyclone Zone then as well. So we did it in the Ormonde Multi Media Centre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was N-Trance, JX, me, Robbie Nelson, with Xavier Nelson, Dilly, whatever anyway, but so we had MTV and dance came down that night and everything, that night. I remember getting into before I went in. There's crowds of people out on the river beside the Ormonde there, mayhem. But
that was a cool venue.
I think it was great. But, so I had actually played there 2 weeks before with the Grid. The Grid, Texas Cowboy, roller coaster, the Grid. You know them all right, but I played with them before that. So I think Mark Kavanagh had done a gig there with the Sound Crowd at the time, before around that sort. Because the Asylum had closed down, So it was good timing, So I started doing guest spots around town, sides and things like that, Mick Walsh. And as I say, the Ormonde was on, and the Olympic was on at the time as well. I wasn't playing the Olympic at the time. Right. Mark was, I think.
He was doing it,
The SFX, you did the SFX?
Yeah, I did. I did a couple in the SFX. But probably one of the most famous ones was Paddy's Night. I think it was 94, 94, 95. Paddy's Night was Carl Cox, me, Mark Kavanagh, Sound Crowd. So with Tim Hannigan, Liquid Wheel, remember, and Fourth Dimension, you know, all the Red Records.
Yeah.
Like that, but it was a sort of famous night, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure we were at it.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a famous, it's the one people do talk about, you know. But I used to like, because I met Cox for the first time when he played in the Asylum.
Yeah.
Doing three deck thing like that, you know.
In the Asylum, Carl Cox.
Yeah,
You're fucking crazy.
Yeah. But, he was doing 3 decks type of thing. Like, there was a couple of tunes. Like, I actually got on very well with him, but I would used to I'd hear a tune I'd like to say, what's the name of that? Somebody and he'd hand it to you so you can have 2 of them at home. He'd have loads of them, you know. So it became sort of like a sort of thing. Every time he was over, he always brought me over
a record.
A couple of tunes, you know. But he was a terrible nice guy, yeah. But that night he played in the Asylum, he 3 decks type of thing, like, you know. Everyone's like, wow, you know. But like when listen back to it, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe not my.
Maybe it was just the drugs. Yeah.
You used to do the top floor in the Asylum as well?
There was. I helped them set it up.
Yeah, the hardcore floor.
Yeah. But I was meant to play there.
Yeah.
I never did. You know. Yeah. No, I never actually played there. I gave him a hand like during the day.
Yeah.
Doing, you know, DIY, building the sound, the box, DJ box, and all this type of thing. I remember once we were in there during the day, doing a bit of work, you know, and this DJ box, a bit of carpentry work, a bit of painting and things like that, you know. But I remember painting the dance floor downstairs on the ground floor, the underground, the main room, like painted black. And that night, the gig was on, but it was fucking still wet. Everybody was coming around.
Black
legs black was like, and I was, what the fuck's that? Oh man, it was screaming. Yeah, exactly, mass confusion,
yeah. Covered in paint.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But we were in the Asylum during the afternoon and we were painting or whatever we were doing, carpentry work, and the next thing you could hear bang at the door, you know. We had music playing through the decks behind the DJ box, you know, playing like, you know, just through the monitors rather than the full system. Like that, and it frightened me life, you know, thumping on the door, you know. It was around 5 or 6 o'clock or something like that. And I looked out the spy hole, you know, looking at it, and the cops were inside. Yeah. And they had outside, I don't know whether you remember, used to have like a Mariah thing with a camera. A tank, but instead of a gun, it was like a camera. And just parked outside. And just like moved the camera, you know. So it was real. And,
Red Hot.
Oh yeah, big time, This was the centre point of everything, you know.
Oh yeah.
And anyway, eventually you had to open the door, you know, but they stayed out there at 9 o'clock, because about 9 o'clock said I have to fucking go, man, you know. But we were on the news. The RT were there as well, you know. The cops would tip them off. Looking at the crowd surveillance. He was in on the Herald the next day. I had a photograph of the venue. Of the Oak, the camera thing, the Mariah thing they had, you know. But like it was like still go like this madness, you know.
Yeah. It was one of them places that won it. It was a crazy club.
Yeah, well, see what they did was
the name was Sulley, didn't they?
Sulley, No, they used to, instead of having a dance license, it was notorious because they had no dance license. The police could object to it in court or whatever, they were having a dance. So they had a thing called a theatre license, which meant you could stay, once you didn't sell alcohol, you could stay open. It's a private club. That's why people used to have to get the membership done for a private club. That was it. Everybody could stay open so long. The police legally couldn't do anything for it, you know. They tried, you know, everything they could. I remember playing in. Remember the basketball arena in Tala? There was a couple of gigs out there. But Silk I played at one. That was one that I ran. One of the first big ones I did. I didn't run it. I was sort of involved in helping him and run it, but like the court, the gig was like we'd sold out and all. It was on the newspapers and everything. And it was on, was it not on, this type of thing, and like then it turned out at the last minute a judge said gave him the go ahead for it, you know. Jeez, talk about criminals.
Yeah.
Treating you like criminals.
Right, just
Hadn't
to put
done
on a
anything,
fucking party,
you know,
man, yeah. But it was like that back then, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it
Like,
was,
you
yeah.
know?
People have no idea nowadays how lucky they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, they have the nice venues they have,
Yeah.
and, you know, great sound system.
We were talking about time we went from the Olympics, the fucking, these blokes in Ballyfermot
Yeah.
were selling tickets for some place, some slaughterhouse down in Leixlip. Fucking the 10 or the head or whatever, we all jumped on the bus, went down, popped the fucking half a NASA or something on the way down, you know.
Yeah.
Gets into the place, it's an old slaughterhouse.
It's lovely. Very vegetarian. That was That's all they need.
All they need,
And a mic or something. Yeah.
But we're in there like 5 minutes, next minute it's on top, everybody's legging it.
Yeah.
Some bloke came in, all he was short to having one of them little steel lunch boxes, you know, came in with a fucking thing, a security guard,
All right, yeah.
or a gotcha or whatever, and then the fucking, about half an hour later the police came, but it was about 2 coppers, but they didn't know what to do, blokes, we're not in there running the muck around, but when we were on our way home, we just went along, there's loads of heads from Ballyfermot, you know, and they're saying, he's heading back to Bally, I don't know, no, we're bleeding. Going back to Rings End, we're going to be walking for about 6 hours or 8 hours or whatever.
6 days.
6 days, Next minute you hear we're like, what the fuck? The blokes in Bally are robbing cars and blow up to you. You going to Bally? No. And Reg was saying here on the yoke. We should have actually jumped in the car and went to Bally because it would have been a shorter walk from Blade and Leixlip, you know what I mean?
Of course,
But there you go. But good times, you know?
Yeah, mad times,
Mad times, fucking. When you think back of the shit you did,
no phones or you know, everything was stop sweet,
different,
very different,
better.
And what's on the pipeline now, Rob? You're still down a bit,
I had taken a sort of a bit of a gap, a year off, about 2 years. Just wanted to see, like, they still got the passion for it, you know. So I had a lot of people still asking me to come back, do another gigs, and I had it like I wasn't happy with the way I had finished the first time, you know. Like it just disappeared basically, you know. So a man in Earth in Neos, Adrian Yor, he's a good friend of mine. He was really at me, and I knew that if he ran a gig, he would do it properly. But we would do it properly. I was sick of having, like, you know, deal with amateurs in some places, you know, taking the piss, like, you know what I mean? But he was real genuine, like, you know, like he kept at me, and all this. So eventually then was just, I decided around January this year that I was going to go back and do a few gigs. Select gigs, you know, I know it'll be done right. So his one, the first one was in February 20th or something. It was in Earth, sold out. It was actually sold out since January, you know, type of thing. Like it was a great vibe behind it, you know. But I was very impressed with it. It went really well. The whole
like
thing.
Old school kind of thing, was it?
Well, they were old school tunes, but not Bizarre Inc. or anything like that, you know.
They weren't mixing on 3 decks like Carl Cox.
No. But so I was happy with it, and also I agreed with him that I'd do a few more gigs for him throughout the year, you know. So I'm back there in June, the 18th, Saturday, June the 18th. We have Team of Mass, you know, we've heard of Team of Mass. He's had it's the first Neos summer party. The Team of Mass, Carl Hamilton, Lush, you know, Kelly's in the north. Port Rush, you know. He was a resident there. Leave Dublin, you know, people like that. So there's about, it's a good lineup of DJs now, but I'm playing there in June, and I'm playing Kilkenny. You know, you wouldn't know the set theatre in Kilkenny, would you know? Beautiful venue, you know. Like, really, first time playing there, you know. I'm really looking forward to it, you know. So once again, a good quality gig, you know what I mean? Like, nice venue, people treated well, the whole lot. So I'm down back in Dublin, I think in August, bank holiday weekend, I think, in the Sound House.
You did one, not...
I did one, in the Grand Social.
Oh, the Grand Social.
Grand Social there, a couple of weeks ago, with Dilly out of the Asylum and Adam Pullum from End, and John Kerrigan himself who was running the gig. It was just the four of us, it went very well. I was very happy with it. You know, the crowd were really enthusiastic.
Really, I was seeing some videos.
The crowd were really up for it, like, you know. They're really happy and stuff. It made it like very easy to do, you know, very enjoyable.
You know, everyone's looking for an escape now, isn't he? You know, get back to the old. Like if you could bring back the 90s rave. Oh man, it's
honeymoon
like,
period.
It's like it was so fucking good. Like we talk about the Mansion House and the Prodigy SL2, and fucking. It's
the 2 Unlimited gig at Mansion House as well. That was the bomb scare.
Remember the bomb scare? Yeah. We were only talking about that
on the streets.
Yeah, I was actually talking to the guys who made that phone call, who actually rang in to the bomb scare. You know. I met them one night. They said that was us, and we rang in because they couldn't get in.
They couldn't get in.
Because it was sold out. You know. That was it. Like the crowds be around the block, like from 9 o'clock in the evening, like all mad up with their little carrier bags on their backs and all, dancing in the queue with no music on.
That's right.
Before they, like, no wonder people thought we were freaks. You know what I mean? Like,
but it was like, I remember walking up to that gig, and there was nothing like I ever seen before in my life. Like we're all whacked out, and you're walking up, and everyone's just so happy and blowing whistles and hats, and it's just like it was just
departure from where we came from.
From
fighting and
drinking and blading, and then to go this, like you see blokes in the rave that you knew, like probably had blading beef with them in town or something drinking. But when you see them in the rave, it's like, I remember you, bro.
Best mate,
best mate till this scene wears off.
I
remember being in the Gap one time out and fucking down in Brankenhall Street. I went whacked out, you know what I mean? This big fucking Georgian house, you know. But there was these blokes and from Dunleary or something. But when I start getting, like, everyone start coming down, you know, they start irritating people, you know what I mean? And one time someone turned around and says to me, "See, man, I'm going to go out and box that off." I'm like, relax, let's just go, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to ruin this look, but they were picking on this bloke, actually these fucking blokes from Dunleary, picking on this redheaded fella, you know what I mean? Your man turned out to be bleeding sounder than the rest of them. They lived around the same area, you know what I mean? And they were saying to me, "See him, he's a fucking muppet." And I was thinking, no, you're a muppet. Your man's actually sound, because I'm not being talking to him most of the night, you know? But then I met him years later, and I did gobshites. Yeah.
I remember one night I was one of those after parties. I wouldn't normally do private parties, after parties, not after the Asylum and stuff, but the girl was something, twisted my arm into playing I remember being at it before I was playing. I was there sitting at a table having a drink, they were on a joint. The fella sitting beside me there, he just kept talking to me the whole time. And you're going, "No, it's got pressure, do you remember me?" It's just like, it started to really annoy me. I was like, "Remember me?" It was like, I meet a lot of people, but I looked over and well, what's the smell? I seen like smoke coming from something. He was smoking a pen. He'd pick up a pen top of his joint, and he did. I did it, and it was all dripping down. All the plastic was all dripping down and stuff. And he's just chatting away. Do you remember that? Like hot, smoking plastic, fucking melting on. Jesus Christ! He didn't even cop it. Kept on the, driving. Fucking hell.
Oh man, fucking hell! Like you just you come across some characters.
I certainly haven't.
I'm telling you.
Do you ever go abroad around, like Ibiza or anything like that? Never do anything?
And I never played in Ibiza. I played in Spain before in BCM in Mallorca, but I wouldn't really have been like, I'm more of a music man. Not as people like I would only play to drunk jobs, you know what I mean? I was just there to get wasted or whatever.
You know, you were there for the sounds.
It means something to me. It means fuck all to them. You know.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, people people who do go to a lot of gigs, like all they care about is taking Instagram videos. That's all they give a shit about. They don't even care about the music that's on or what's happening around them.
What you should do now on gigs is when you're going in, just have this big fucking safe and just put your phones in it, lock them all away.
Well, that's what you
Or put them somewhere, like you turn them, kill the signal or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's all you fucking.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you know, oh, look at this, you know.
Look at the Olympic where you used to have to keep your coat in, you know, do something like that, you know.
Yeah. The Olympic,
That was
a mad spot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a fucking Jesus, man.
You played the Olympic?
I was actually a resident there for. Do you remember it was after close? I came back about 6 months later. Yeah, I was a resident there. Like, I remember, I couldn't believe I got a phone call out of the blue. This Jason Denham guy saying, "Yeah, I'm thinking, so you're interested in playing and all this." And I said, "Yeah, where's that?" He said, "Don't tell anybody the Olympic." I couldn't believe it. So I said, "Yeah, I said it would be interesting," but I played there for about 6 months, I think it was on, you know, and it was pretty good actually, you know. I remember I gave Dean Sherry his big break. He made a song and he wanted to play it and all that type of thing. I said, you play it yourself when I had to finish 5 minutes early, and then you can play it, walk away and play it, you know. Yeah. But it was a mad little spot. That was a copper one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he was a mad creepy cunt, He used to be walking around and all like that, you know, in the night, like dressing in like a fucking tuxedo or some shit like that, you know. Suit and all,
and coat and all that. Yeah. But he was that copper,
he fucking, a bloke I work for, owns the place I work in, you know. He was, I was talking to him one time about the Olympic, and he goes, I used to walk up there. You know, selling cans of Coke. And look at him now. He owns a fucking lots. Yeah. And there you go.
Remember, he used to have that king and queen of the rave. That's going back
like on the platform, using that little dance.
King and queen of the rave.
How fucking sad is
Yeah, they could do a dance together like a wedding dance.
Like a wedding dance,
they would be raving, like, and they'd be really into it, like, you know what I mean?
Where everybody had their own spots, you know, like we were up on the balcony.
We were up on the balcony, just under the yoke. That's what Rego.
Remember, it used to be Rashford Oil, used to be up there.
Yeah.
Great white chicken,
Great white chicken,
Actually, baseline kicking.
Baseline kicking, great white chicken, Baseline kicking, Sam Groovin,
I never liked that tune, I still would.
Some of the blame, you know, fucking injected with a poison and all. That's fucking going back now, isn't it? Fucking hell. But the Olympic, it was some blading spot, wasn't it? The crews everywhere, like, you know, everyone fucking.
No, never got refused entry.
Anybody get in,
you know.
You used to go in your shorts. I remember, like, you know, have a bag with your jeans in it. You used to go in.
So, clothes are so wet.
Yeah.
I know,
We saw him. I remember. He got pneumonia. Remember coming home, Carvel? He got pneumonia.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was funny. He said, Rego was telling me. One night he came back from rave, like he had to be sweating all night, threw all the clothes off, and he just threw them, like into a pile on the floor, you know, and changed. But he came up the next day, they're hanging out on the line. His man said, "I thought he'd washed them there somewhere," you know.
Put them on the line, fuck's sake.
So where can anyone get these tickets for your gigs?
It depends. The thing for Earth, the NEOS, North East Old School, they sell them. We had a lot of people up from Dublin for the last one in February, but get them from Eventbrite, I think it is, and then the likes of the one in Kilkenny in the Set Theatre, as part of the Langton's 5-star hotel group. Lovely place, but you can get it from the venue, you know. And the Eventbrite, I'd say, is probably the best bet, you know.
Deadly.
But I'm going to do whatever gigs I said I'd do. Might be another big gig happening, so that I haven't got a date yet. Maybe around October or something like that. It'd be a big reunion gig of a club I used to play at, you know. One of the Grand Social was a good night. I enjoyed it.
I've seen the videos. Your man, I think he called himself Horsebox on TikTok. I think it's your man Sennon. You know your man Sennon?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos he had up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, it looked good.
Yeah, it was a good night, I was a bit nervous. There's a lot on at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous about it, but we sort of got a bit of a buzz going behind it, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah, it was a good crowd. I was happy with it, you know.
Happy days. You sing happy birthday to myself?
You sing.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Billy Big Balls. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Frankie.
It's a birthday, it's a birthday.
Happy birthday to us. Hip hip hooray.
Yeah.
Episode 34 in the bag. Billy loves you. Thanks, Rob.
Cheers.
Pleasure.
Anytime.
Great podcast.